So I was processing a bunch of 9mm brass and realized that someone at my range has been shooting these MaxxTechs. Come on. Have this skirt or wall or whatever you want to call it inside. Bacon told us about these a while back. Funny thing is, I've actually found one of these without that wall in it. So I don't know if they make a couple different styles or if that wall can actually separate, which is a scary thought. Now, I had already gone through, about half of one of these jugs by the time I figured this out. So I had to go through them all, and I found some. What a pain. So I started, laying a whole bunch up, standing them up and looking, and I found that the glare from the light or little shadow, if you're looking straight down in these, sometimes you can actually miss that wall. It'll blend in. So you want to look at them at a bit of an angle, and they actually show up better. So, stand them a bunch up, it's a pain. Taking the time to look at each one as you go kind of slows you down, and you can forget to look. It's easy to do. So I decided to figure out an easier way to deal with it. So I took blah blah. Yeah. Inspiration. That's the word I'm looking for. Inspiration from my core shaker. You can kind of see where I'm going with this. What I did was, first figuring it out, the experimentation, finding out the smallest hole that this will, easily drop into. Yeah, start out a little big. So here's where I, settled on. And thing is, it has to also be small enough where if it's going mouth first, it won't just drop in before it, passes that center of gravity, which is not the center because the base is heavier. It'll be closer to the base. So that takes a little. It took me 3 shots to figure it out. What I figured out for 9mm is a 27/64 drill bit. Basically, the easiest way to start is with a Forstner bit, 3/8 Forstner bit, and then size up to it, maybe in a couple steps. And then at the end, what you want to do, I do is take one of these step drills, unibits, and what you want is, see where that starts to flare out? You want that so it'll round over that sharp edge so that it will tip in easier. And where 7/16 just meets 1/2 inch is where you want to be. So working with wood about 1/16 of an inch or so is about as good as I can get. Ideally, you really want a knife edge, but plastics, you could do that. So when I made this, I messed up my measurements and really bad. I don't know how I managed. I think, instead of 16th, I did 8th, something, I don't know. But really, centers are on these are like 5/8 of an inch. But somehow I ended up with this. I don't know what I did. I really I didn't math well. But the thing is, it works. It works good. And what this will do is put 190 of them face up. So I just look at them, you know, and then dump them out and process them. But it's quick. And I've shaken a couple batches, and I have not had any go face down. Watch this prove me wrong, but you know. Need some more. Still a lot faster than standing them all up. And if you're checking each one while you're sizing them, you know, there's that little pause. Oh, yep, proved me wrong. I got one face down. That's the first one so far, which is pretty good. This is the third time I've tried this thing out. So, yeah, I'm still impressed. And yeah, that's why you can come around and really, you know, look at them quick. Whatever, you know, light angle of light you need. And yeah, block that hole. And just go to town on them. That's first one. So maybe give, you know, some ideas. You know, I'm not swaging these, so this is just for, you know, speeding up my 9mm. Searching for these now that I know someone is shooting them in my range. I haven't run into any of them until, you know, from last year. That's when these were all picked up. The year before that, I didn't run into any of the MaxxTech. So, yeah, better safe than sorry. And it sure beats going through them all after you've, you know, sized them and, you know, risking. Even if you check them multiple times, this is, you know, one quick easy time to, you know, go over them all. And, you know, while they're sitting in there, there's enough room to take a turn needle nose, reach down and just grab any bad ones. On a hole that's not drilled quite right, jagged edge in there or something. Like I'm saying, there is enough room to just pull out any of the MaxxTechs, or if you see some damage on the, you know, the mouth is slightly crushed, or, you know, whatever. Because I had one where there was a little dent in the mouth and I could not get it to straighten out. It was just not right. So I had to toss that. Well, maybe this will help somebody out. Because, yeah, I can only imagine what this does with a you know, a normal charge. I'm sure it spikes the pressures. And just imagine a hot charge getting in one of these. Massively compressed, I would say, at best. You know, highly dangerous too. So, yeah. Like I said, these should have been a little closer together, but it still works surprisingly well. This is 190 holes, so yeah. All right, well, I'm rambling, so I'll let you go with that. Have a good one. God bless. See you.